Yay for shitty cutting. So yeah, that's what the yard looks like the next day after it rains. Everything's all wet, guys. So, but today is Wednesday. Wednesday. So I ordered the blades for the Craftsman today. And I have a muffler coming for the MTD, customer MTD. I found one that's very similar to the stock style that's on it, so that way I don't have to try to modify something or use one of those pipe mufflers and stuff like that. So it isn't perfect, but I'm going to try to clean it up a little bit. It's got a little bit of rust on it, the one that I'm looking at, but it's used off of another mower, so no big deal. It ended up being like 15 bucks or something like that for one that's bolts right on the side just like the other. And the blades I found on Amazon for it's like $19 and some change for two blades, and they're the, I want to say high lift, but it's like a mulching kind of blade where they got the double crook in it, so that way it helps kind of mulch it to an extent. I mean, it's not a, you know, not the best blade or anything like that, but you know, the review said the biggest thing that they had on it is that it was made in the United States. So I really don't care where it was made at, it was cheap. So, but because I was looking on eBay and everywhere else and found them for $15 plus shipping and everything else, and on Amazon they were, like I said, $9 and something plus you know, I did two a piece, so it ended up being like just under $19. So yeah, so that stuff should be here in a few days. This is just basically going to be a vloggy kind of updatey deal. So yeah, my wife has been off work for the past 2 months, so 8 weeks. She went back to work yesterday. That's the first time she's went back to work, like I said, for the past 2 months. And she's I don't know if you guys have been watching me, she had a couple surgeries, and she just basically, she was recovered last week, but they wanted to wait another week to make for sure that she was, you know, nothing was, you know, weird going on or anything like that. So she went back to work yesterday. Yesterday was her first day back, and of course, she's a manager in a specific area, and nobody has done anything in her area for the past 2 months, or very, very little has been done. And they give her a sheet of notes to do that's like 2.5 pages long of stuff to do, and she's only got a few aisles that she has to deal with. But yeah, so she was stressing yesterday trying to get everything, you know, situated back to normal, and it's going to take her a few days to get herself back to normal, let alone her area. So she was complaining about that last night, which is, you know, okay. Yeah, so I don't know, we'll see what else goes on for today. That's basically just an update. It's just kind of weird her not being home. She's been home for 2 months, and then all of a sudden she's back to work, so it's just kind of weird. I'm used to having her home and her not being. It's like, ah. So anyhow, we'll see what else goes on for the rest of the day. Probably not a whole lot, but basically this is just the updatey deal. So we'll see what goes on for the day. Oh, two-stroke. What the hell is that about? Okay, two-stroke engine. There we go. Okay, so repair and maintenance on a two-stroke engine. Woo! So picked this up today at the library. Of course, you know, see the little deal in here. So I've got a leaf blower that's a little finicky, so it's an Echo something, I don't know. But you know, same way I did with the other ones, the regular, you know, lawnmowers and shit. I try to learn as much as I can with my own equipment before I try to, you know, do something with somebody else's stuff, because I'd rather, you know, screw up my own shit than instead of, you know, screwing up somebody else's stuff and be like, oh, I freaked it up and I don't know how to fix it. So I'm getting fairly confident on the lawnmowers, the regular lawnmowers, and you know, learning how to do most of that stuff. So I figured take it to the next step and learn how to do some of this two-stroke stuff. So far I've only got a few pages into it, and probably 10-15 pages or something. I really ain't learned anything yet, but so far it seems like a pretty good book. But this guy Paul Dempsey is a pretty good guy with explaining stuff. I have picked up a couple of books from him, and you know, went through them and read them. There's a couple other books that I've looked at. If you guys go back and look at some of my videos, you'll see the books that I picked up. You have to go way back though. But yeah, so it is now Thursday. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning because I'm just getting out of work, and ain't shit else going on, guys. I still got to cut up another video with the Craftsman, and she'll come up tonight or maybe tomorrow. So this video will be up, you know, after that, of course. So well, let's get off here, and I'm going home and eating and going to bed, guys. So till tomorrow, bye.